Shiva, Monkey's Creations. Come on in and say hey. I'm gonna get you pulled up. Okay, turn you down. I was in here cleaning last night and listening to Netflix. So, what's up, y'all? Come on in. Hey. I've been trying to go live for like 2 hours, y'all. So it's like, forgot I had to put my laptop up and hook my system all up. And then I couldn't find my bow maker. And it was just, and then groceries were delivered. I was like, okay, I am going live today at some point. What's up, y'all? Good afternoon. What's up? I'm doing good. I've got a clean table. I'm so excited. Y'all don't know how much it means. Like, I literally have an 8-foot table, but I was working out of a 36-inch square. Literally. So, it was crazy. You're not getting text. Uh-oh. Maybe text me again. 281-502-2228. So if you want notified when I go live, that is the number, 281-502-2228. I know, nothing like a clean table. I'm so excited. So we're doing a Christmas tree. I have been promising y'all a Christmas tree for like, what, 2.5 weeks now? So I'm finally going to do it. And we are using the Rita petal. Now, I've never done a Christmas tree using the Rita petal. So we're winging it. Y'all know me. Then you'll know what not to do, right? And then we're going to use this gorgeous white with the black trim as our bow, and maybe add a little few tails throughout it. Thanks for floating my boat. Yours came through, Joan? Awesome. All right, so we're going to get started. This is the mesh. Now it's like the thicker plastic, not really considered poly burlap, but it's got the thicker plastic going through it. So this is what I'm going to use. I know, I got my candy corn nails. It's October. So let me put this, look, I can actually like put it on that side of the table. How exciting. I know, y'all are like, whatever. Let's get some clips, and I'll do a couple right now, and then we'll do a couple. Thanks for floating my boat. I appreciate it, y'all. Thanks for the stars. So I did wood burn these. Ooh, that's going to be hard to see. I flipped my mat, but you'll get the gist. So I did wood burn this 10 by 10. Okay, so all I'm going to do is flip it over. Excuse me, y'all. And I am still got the serged edge on my upper left and bottom right. And we're going to fold this corner to that corner and make a triangle. Doesn't have to be perfect. This one's kind of whimsical, kind of all over the place, but still kind of farmhousey. Is that a thing? If it's not, it is now. Now, I was playing, you know, most of the time we just scrunch from this end to the corner, but I was like, I'm not getting a good petal. So what I did was I kind of scrunched, holding these two corners together. I kind of scrunched in the middle and then went 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then flip it, and it gave me a much nicer petal. I don't know how everybody else does theirs, but I was like, okay, I kind of like that. So that's how I did it. And then I'm just gonna, it's a lot of mesh in there, and I'm just gonna clip them together, just like that. Okay, so I'm gonna show you one more time, and we'll save the next two for about the middle. So 10 by 10, curl side up, serged edge, upper left, bottom right. Bring this corner to that corner. Okay, just kind of hold it, pinch your middle. 1, 2, 1, 2, flip it. Look how good that looks now. And then clip it. Just like that. Hello, hello. Y'all like that? Do y'all scrunch from one side to the other? It just makes for kind of a wonky fold. Now watch this one be perfect. Okay, so that one was perfect. Don't, I knew that was gonna happen. All right, so then what I did was I loaded, how do these start one at the top. So I just loaded 3 all the way down in every set of holes. Come on, be nice. It sure would be nice if you creators would give us the SKU number off the mesh. Well, maybe if you had asked, I would have given it to you. But I didn't see that you had asked. Oh, before they start doing the tutorial or either post, girl, a lot of times we barely have time to create, much less make a supply list for y'all and create and try to make $1. So yeah, not gonna happen. Definitely not gonna happen, girlfriend. All right, so what I did was, now I was kind of playing with them, laying them out, and I found that if I just put one in after the other, it set kind of funny. And I forgot my, let me grab my zip tie gun. Sorry about that. So it left kind of a funny gap when I just went right in a row. So what I did was I did every other. So I did the outside and then I skipped every other and then went back in and put the one in the middle on top. It seemed to look better when I did it. This petal does seem to, for me, to work better with the stiffer mesh for sure. It gives you a much nicer, cleaner look, I think. Unless you're going for that whimsical, flashy kind of look, if you know what I'm saying. And then you can always come back up when you've got them all in and kind of fluff everything back up. It does fluff up nicely. I don't know if it comes in the green and white. It is, Dana. Like I couldn't find my bow maker. And I knew I in my head, I knew I put it somewhere that it should be. And I spent 10 minutes looking for it. I was like, oh my golly. Okay, so we're going to put one right here on the end. And this one takes about 2 rolls. You need, if I counted correctly, and y'all know how I am with counting, if I counted correctly, I need 64 petals, I believe. Okay, and then we'll go in and we'll clip these off. Oh, I didn't bring my trash. Oh, I did. It's just on this side. That's going to throw me off. Let me put my trash can on that side. And now we're going to go back in and add the empties. I don't know. They just seem to lay better for me. And this is just, it's, I don't know if I have. At the end, remind me, and I'll go grab another roll because I still have a couple rolls of this. So remind me at the end, and I'll go grab the other roll so I can get to you exactly what it is. Thanks for the stars. I do try my best to help y'all out, but look. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Oh, gosh. And I even tried going like every other so you wouldn't have to use as much mesh, but I didn't like that either. Y'all, I try everything not to use too much mesh. There you go, Christy. Thank you so much. All right. And I did already do the biggest portion of it, so this we'll be able to knock out to do a scat. Oh gosh, there's Dave with his Sasquatch. No, Sasquatch is not going on top. So once you have all your materials prepped, these do go pretty quick. But the prep with this petal, and especially the trees, because they do take more mesh, always count on at least 2 rolls for the tree boards. And if I do have a wonky petal, I try not to put it on the outside where everybody's going to see it. So kind of put it in the middle where it can get kind of hidden. I did wood burn this mesh, absolutely. Yeah, trees normally take 2 rolls, for sure. Got a lot of holes in these things. You're welcome. Yeah, I'll show the petal again. Let me get one more roll done. Row. Get one more row. It always comes out roll. Get one more row done. I was gonna do this in green and do like an elf, but I couldn't find 1.5 inch ribbon that I wanted to use. So I was like, we'll just do farmhouse, because I had plenty of black and white. Hey, you VIPers, reminder that we are live a half hour early tonight. So we'll be live at 6:30 Central Time, so my time, so that we can do chit chat before we do wreath critique. Since we weren't able to get on Facebook Monday, we need to catch up on wreath critique. Or I'm sorry, on chit chat. Answer your questions. All right. 3 more, and then I'll show the petal again. I don't know why I just sang that. So they do kind of get smushed, but at the end, we will fluff them all back up so they'll be pretty. So we can post questions on the post. No, don't post it there. That's only for wreath critique. Go to the event that I had set up for Monday and post your questions, whatever questions you may have there. That way we don't get confused. Y'all know we're easily confused. I'm just trying to find a nice petal to go on the outside, and that'll work. Well, no, it's not on the outside, but close enough. It's called a zip tie gun, so it tightens. Y'all, when I was prepping, I did that and didn't realize I had my skin. Yeah, I wasn't happy. So it tightens and cuts your zip ties all at once, usually. Let me grab another zip tie. Look, and now my cart sits so nice under my desk. But I did rubber band these, so my fold actually stayed together. Let's try that again. See, so it tightens and cuts it, usually at the same time. All right, so let me show that fold again. Yes, not all trees need to be green. So, wood burned, 10 by 10. Serged edge, upper left, bottom right. We're going to take this corner to this corner. Just like that. Okay, now I'm kind of holding the edges down. I'm going to take my middle fingers, my pointer finger and thumb, kind of scrunch that middle, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then flip it. you can clip it, or you can put your elastic around there if you're just prepping. Normally I don't prep. Normally I do and put in, because it's almost like an extra step that I don't want to add most of the time. So I normally don't do that unless I'm live. And then I like to somewhat be prepared. It's just the black and white, what do they call it? Black and white check. I will go grab it when we're done and give you the exact name. You're coming to TDR, Lisa? Really? Awesome. So I'm finding one of the nicer petals. Look at that scoop. I just love that scoop. And it's going on my end. All right, let's clip these off. Is it called basket weave? All right. We're almost done. We can make a bow. I'm just trying to find a pretty one. They're all kind of pretty, but you know, you want your best on the end. Oh, there's some big old hawks in my front yard. That means there's something DEAD out there. What the heck is it? There's 3 sitting right there in my window. They better not be attacking my skeletons. Maybe they think the wiener skeleton is a real dog. You think? Oh my God. This end. I'm looking because of the top of them. I actually go in and I kind of poof it out. So I didn't know which, see how that's poofed in? So I knew that wasn't my top. Hey, hey. You just woke up from a nap. How did you do your petals? Well, I don't know if I have to make any more. If I don't, you can always watch the replay. It'll be pretty on that end. So I didn't zip these up because we're going to make a bow, and then I'll decide actually how far up we have to go. I probably will go all the way up because I don't like to have my trees, like the bow stuck to the board, and then it makes it look funny to me. So I at least put one here to kind of set our bow up a little bit more. Did you best deal that mash? Did I wood burn this mash? I did. I did. All right, so let's go ahead and make our bow, and then I've got 3 more petals to finish this row, and then I have some more over there actually. But I will actually show the petal one more time. Let me do that now, since my board is clear. So 10 by 10, I did wood burn it, curved side up, serged edge, upper left, bottom right. And then I'm going to bring this corner to this corner, just like that. And I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to find my imaginary center. 1, 2, 1, 2, and flip it. So that is your Rita petal. Normally when I do the Rita petals, you'll notice that I do cut them in half and I put them in really one by one. But this is how you would do it with a whole piece versus a half. Did that make sense, or did I totally just confuse you? Hey, thanks for the stars. All right, let's make a bow, because I found my bow maker. So I am just going mainly with a plain white, but still that black and white in the middle. And I am going to make a smaller bow. What? So I usually do a 5-inch loop on my bows, but I probably do a little bit shorter tail. Actually, we may play. Y'all want to play? I'm going to stick with the same size tail, and we're going to play, y'all. I use the chisel tip, I believe. I think that's what it's called. So we're going to do a 5-inch loop. But I still do the same amount. So it's still the 3, 2, 1, but I start at the 5. Let's play. We're going to play, because something just came to my head when I was measuring that. I'll probably bring y'all up just a little bit. So still the 3 loops, same size. And then we're going to do the 2 loops. And then we'll just do 1 loop. I might get a baby bow. I do for my trees, Virginia, because I feel sometimes the 2.5 inch kind of overpowers your tree. But that's just my opinion. And you know what they say about that. Let's clip it. Oh, ooh, I almost lost that whole bow, y'all. I'm trying to bring y'all up. Almost lost it. Okay, I think I got it. Usually I do this while it's still on the bow maker. I don't know why I didn't this time. There we go. Right, tighten that down. Flip it out. Now you could definitely add some greenery in this and it would look gorgeous. Yeah, the bow really slid. I may remake it. I won't do it live, but my bow slipped when I almost lost it. That's why it's not stacking up. You can always tell when a bow's not stacked right, but I'll fix it. Just not live. I love the Easy Bow. I started off actually using the Pro Bow and really didn't like the Easy Bow at all. And then I started playing with the Easy Bow, and now I don't even think I could show you how to make a bow on a Pro Bow anymore. All right, see how that's just not, you can tell it once when I slipped and almost lost it, it's just not fluffing right for me. But for y'all, we're gonna make it work. I'm just gonna tug it a little bit more than I normally would. See, this should really be sitting more up here instead of down there, if y'all can tell. All right. Oh, I hit the camera, sorry. I am going to TDR in November. I am a designer, for sure. All right, so this is what I see a lot of y'all doing. Now, y'all don't mind my bow. This is, I think, the worst bow I've ever made. A lot of y'all will just kind of go up to here and then put your bow like right up here and see how it kind of sits down with nothing, kind of bringing it up a little bit. So when I put in these next petals, you know, they're going to kind of sit like this. And then your bow kind of gets lost because these kind of fluff up. So when you're looking at it from the front, your bow gets lost when you do that, okay? So go ahead, and even if it's just one petal, it just makes your bow sit a little bit higher and a little bit nicer. Yes, your stacks are off, and you can see in that bow exactly what I mean by your stacks are off. It just doesn't fluff as nice. Put that down. Me too, Regina. I'm excited. One right here, and I'll see how many. See, I told you I couldn't count. I have too many petals. Oh my God. So we're just going to use them. So I have I have 3 petals left. So normally I wouldn't, but we're going to do them all. So let me grab, I'm going to do 1 right here in the middle, and then 2 and 3. Sometimes you don't have to. It really depends on your mesh as well. If you're using a really thin mesh, you'll definitely have to go all the way to the top. And then we're going to do these 2 right in the middle. Could you attach a mesh ruffle under the? Absolutely. You sure could. Carrie. That's what I tell everybody. Get my link, save it into your notes, your notes section on your phones, and then you'll always have it. All right, so we're going to put this one right here. All right. So I'm just feeding it into those same holes. Sometimes I use the top hole. It really just depends what it looks like once I get it on and I get my bow fluffed. I am going to remake this bow, y'all, because it's going to drive me nuts. So instead of doing these 2 holes, I am going to use that top hole and the edge of my board. And I'll turn it over and show you. Get my finger under it. Okay, so I use this hole and the top of my board. Oh my goodness, y'all. Just gonna jerk the heck out of it. Excuse me. I'm gonna make it do what I want it to do. Normally you don't have to do that, but that did help. All right, so what I thought, and I still didn't make my tails long enough, if you wanted, you can do kind of the cascading, and I should have still made longer tails, but you can kind of do the cascading and run another zip tie kind of down in there, and I'll just do it so y'all can see what I mean. So I'm going to go right over a zip tie. Yep, you could definitely put an ornament. Last year I did a lot of the rose gold trees, and actually used an ornament right in the middle of it. What happened there? Did I popped my zip tie, y'all. See what I get for trying to play? Usually my zip ties don't pop like that, but, or maybe it busted earlier and I didn't realize it. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Back in there. Am I going to make another angel? Probably could. Alright, so I'm just going to feed this one back in there. All right, let's get them all back in place. And then kind of take your, if I can find it now, the zip tie you put in there. And run it through. I would probably leave it open, don't close it like I just did. and then just cut your tails off and have little bits poking out there. You'll see that? And we can always add, and I may do that kind of throughout the tree. I won't do it live, but y'all get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. And just have them kind of cascading through the whole thing. Does that make sense? You can always just take one end, put a zip tie, and then have it drape. Probably needs to be longer than that. Have it drape and then zip tie it back in there, and then cut your tails. So you just have kind of bits of ribbon running all through it. So I think I'll do that, but that's going to take some time, y'all, because I want to really be careful with the mesh. I don't want it to start fraying on me. So I'm going to have to really be careful and take my time to do that. But y'all kind of get where I'm going, right? So then you can even, you know, add some greenery if you wanted throughout it a little bit, whatever you want to do. But that's basically I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do that and put drapes kind of throughout it and then call it a day. After I think some call them, oh, they call them bridges. I have no idea. But I can't do nothing until I fix this bow, y'all. Because it's throwing me off. It ends up being pretty big. So it ends up being about 31.5 inches. So a decent size for a front door or a nursing home door that are smaller. It would be gorgeous there. Yeah, I'm just going to add the extra ribbon. I do a lot of times, like last year, if you saw last year's trees, I use a lot of these picks. Not this one, this one's gold, but this is the rose gold. And I cut them off and I add them into the zip ties just to give it a little glittery mess throughout. So those are fun as well. But let me, before I forget, what do these sell for? I have to go look at last year's. This is the first one I've made this year, but I believe I sold them for 75 or 80, I believe. I'd have to go look. Don't quote me on that. So this mesh is, they call it Deco Poly Mesh, and it is RE1356FF. Okay. All right. Well, that is it. I basically just wanted to do the basic tree. I had never done one using the Rita petal. And you can see, you can kind of still go back and fluff it out. I'm not going to fluff it too much until I get everything fixed. but you can fluff it out and make it even wider, y'all, if you want a wider tree. So doing that brings it maybe a half an inch, even an inch maybe bigger, if you go in and just kind of pull them all out. So it's really up to you what kind of look you're going for. But there's your basic Rita flower tree. All right. So I'll get this fixed. And then if y'all are in the VIP group, we will see you in there at 6:30 Central Time. And I did end up using all the holes. I did. If you're using maybe the 2.5 inch ribbon and the 1.5, you may not need to use all of the holes. You may be able to leave the first 3 off, but it really depends on your mesh and what size ribbon you're using. So if you're using the 2.5 inch, you may get away with not doing all of the holes. Okay. All right, I am out of here. Yeah, me too, Dar. That was the first one I had done, so I had to try it. All right, so y'all have a great day, VIPers. We'll see you tonight. What is today? Today's Thursday, so I will definitely be on tomorrow. We'll do something because I missed last Friday, so I got to make it up to y'all. All right, have a good day. I'll see y'all later. Bye.